Is that all that you're gonna say?
Right now, yeah. This is Switzerland and my trip from Mürren to Griesalp after leaving Lauterbrunnen behind yesterday. This is one of the most famous areas of the Alps and part of the Via Alpina. Today we follow these mountains all the way into the end of the valley to make it over the Sefinafurgapass. After the mountain pass, it's just a gentle stroll on the other side, and if you don't want to continue right away the day after, you can do what we did and head down to Thunersee to enjoy the summer heat. My name is Frederick and these are my adventures. After waking up in the Hütte, we quickly ate breakfast and got on the road. We knew the weather would be better today, so we were excited to see Eiger, Münch and Jungrau in the background on our stroll back into Mürren. There are two ways to get to Mürren, either the one we took yesterday, which you can see in my other video, which I've linked in the description, or by taking the cable car in Lauterbrunnen and then take the railway to Mürren. We slowly made it further into the valley, leaving Mürren behind. And while doing that, I'll share some quick fun facts about Mürren. Mürren has, like Wengen and Zermatt, no motorized traffic, and I'll link the hikes I've done there in the description below so you can see those places too. Mürren has a year-round population of 450 while having 2,000 hotel beds. But the main reason Mürren became so famous was due to the James Bond movie Her Majesty's Secret Service, which was shot here. The road has a mix of paved roads walking through the lush forest and open fields. You'll have houses and farmhouses all the way in until you get to the first hut. Walking further into the valley, towards our mountain pass, there are great views just like this the whole way. Don't forget to take a breather every now and then and look back, because you don't want to miss these views either. We've now climbed 300 meters from when we started this morning. We started, as you can see, all the way down there in Mürren. And where we're going is Griesalp, which is 15 kilometers away and roughly, above 1,200 meters of ascent. This valley that we see here goes all the way out to Lauterbrunnen. And in Lauterbrunnen, that's where they have the highest free-falling waterfall in the world, and it's 300 meters of just free fall. So it's one of the most famous parts here in this region. Here in the background you have Jungfrau, you have the other mountain we were at yesterday, and then if we continue in here we also have a fairly large amount of very nice high peaks, glaciers, etc. We are continuing, try to cross here, and hopefully we're going to get a glimpse when we get around the corner here as well, into the mountain or in the valley as well. This hike is very physically demanding, with loads of uphill climbing. Usually we do 1 to 2 full sections each time, but this time we had time constraints, which made us skip the first 1,000 meters between Lauterbrunnen and Mürren. The real hike is 22 kilometers with 2,000 meters of ascent and 14,000 meters of ascent, and it's going to take you roughly 9 hours. It took us a bit shorter, given that we skipped the first 1,000 meters of ascent. On the way, you'll find a few mountain huts where you can grab something to eat or drink. Swiss huts almost always have cake, and we stayed at this one for some. What's important for you to know is that this is the last place to fill your water for a very long time. And the only water here which is safe for consumption is in the bathroom, so don't do like most people here and fill it at the entrance or in the washroom. On the topic of water, a lot of people fill their bottles directly from the water coming from the mountain, but please be aware that there is a risk doing this. Yes, it can be spring water, which has been cleaned by nature, and it's safe as long as you get it from the source. But as soon as it comes out from within the mountain, there's a risk the further downstream you are. You'll never know if there's a dead animal or similar further up the stream. I've also experienced here in Switzerland that there is natural arsenic in the water, so please fill in dedicated areas. Please do me a favor and share your thoughts in the comment section. Do you like this type of information? What would you like to see more or less of? It's hard to guess what people actually want to hear. Now, we almost made it all the way to the top of the Sefinafurgapass on 2,612 meters, and the last part is quite a climb.
Come on, you can do this. Not that much left. Is that all that you're gonna say?
Right now, yeah. We chilled on the top for a bit, just to take in the views, and prepare for the steep downhill coming next. So currently we are on the mountain pass between Griesalp and Mürren, where we started. So the valley you have down here is the valley going out to Lauterbrunnen, while on this side you have the valley going out to the lake that's out there, Tunsee, I think it's called. So this side that we're going to right now is a nature reserve. So here there most likely a lot more animals and so on. Hopefully we're going to see some, but we'll see. Otherwise, we always have Paulius that catches spider webs, so at least we get some bugs with us. If you made it this far in the video, you must enjoy it at least a bit. As I say in most of my videos, I'm far from reaching my goal of the required 1,000 subscribers. I know people are reluctant to subscribe because everyone pushes for it, but if there are creators you should help, it's the small ones, so they can reach those 1,000 subscribers. Please do me a favor and consider helping me out by pressing that subscribe button. And if you feel extra generous, press that like button too. Once you've done this mountain pass, it's just downhill all the way down to Griesalp. I would rate this hike a 10 out of 10. It's super nice with amazing views, and the only downside is that you don't have a lake. I really enjoyed this part though. It's open with huge glaciers in the background, you have huge mountains, cows, goats, sheep, everything is super enjoyable. On the way, we saw some strong bikers pushing their bikes up. I'm not sure I would ever do that, but they seem to have a good time and they look very happy. Please be aware that there is an inherent risk when you hike in the mountains. Here in Switzerland, they do have ads to inform people that hiking in the mountains is not a normal walk. So if you're not experienced, please read up and gather insight of the trail before you go there. And feel free to ask me anything in the comments, what to think about, what gear is useful, and so on. By now, the hike gives you exactly what you expect coming further down the valley, with more trees, more green areas, bigger rivers, more populated areas, and a very nice change of scenery. Just so you're aware, you won't have internet once passing the mountain pass, so be sure to check the bus before you cross the mountain pass. The bus only leaves every 2 hours, and we were so lucky coming right when the bus left. The first bus was full, and we thought we had to wait, but because of the roads being so narrow, they can't actually use normal buses here, so they go with 2 buses instead, so just wait if the first one is full. Personally, I would never drive down this road, it's super sketchy. Unfortunately, it wasn't possible to swim along the way, and it was like 35 degrees in the valley, so we ignored everything else and went straight down to the lake to jump in. Okay, 3, 2, And that was everything for today. Please share your thoughts and ideas in the comments. Consider subscribing. Thank you and goodbye.